Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Dancing Heart podcast. I'm so excited because this is my first in person interview, and I have the special guest today, Nawres Chikhaoui. She just came from Mine Valley University, where she has done her speaking event, and she just also launched her new book, Pick the Path with the Heart. This is her third book. She's also a TEDx speaker, and I'm super excited to be to be here in person with her right now from Oslo, live from Oslo. Welcome to the show, Nawres.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming all the way to Oslo.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You had a trip. You had such a start of this journey
I
here.
would say, yeah. So far, I've traveled from Abu Dhabi to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Tallinn, Tallinn to Oslo. I shall be back to Abu Dhabi right after this, before the book tour goes beyond to New York. And yeah, let's see, let's see where we can take it.
Right, and we are here with some copies of your book. It's such a beautiful cover. And
it's interesting how that they arrived before me, right?
They arrived before you. They kind of like knew that you were coming.
That the mama will come.
The mama will come and pick them up.
Yeah.
So let's start off with tell us the story on how your first 24 hours, not even 24 hours, how was your first 12 hours in Oslo?
Oh gosh, what time is it right now? Is it like 12?
It's like 12:30 p.m.
It's not even 24 hours. Well. Something happened. Something happened that I had to lose my bag yesterday. And it's not that any bag that you could think of losing, you know. Well, we never think of losing stuff, but it was the bag that had my passport, had my wallet, had my cards, had my jewelry, and my other phone. And I mean, I couldn't think of a better way, I think, yeah, of being here in Norway. But it's a great start to start with, I trust, because the mind went like, oh, it went just suddenly in a shock. What will we do? It had the passport, which was the main thing. Being a passenger in your country, literally, like, you don't know much apart, like, from you and from the other soul that I had to meet, and she was sent by God, by spirit. And the mind was so in rush and in panic, but something deep down and my heart said that the bag will be found. That the bag will be found. How, when, where? I did not have any tangible proof that I could touch. And oh gosh, and then I met this beautiful soul. I could mention her name. Her name was Christina, and she offered like to help me out with the thing, because I didn't know what station that I kept the bag, that I kept the bag at. So what happened is that while getting out of the train, I literally had like three to four bags along with me.
Yeah.
And I took all those bags, and I forgot about the most important bag, the one that had the precious items and, the passport and stuff. And well, she assisted me big time, and she made sure that I reached the hotel. But now again, back to the point that the mind was doing its job. And the job of the mind is to keep us safe. And passport means safety, right?
Yeah.
But the heart was like, you chill, girl. I mean, like, you've come a long way for your dreams, and you've been doing beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff to help people with. God would not do you ill. God would not do you bad stuff. So just trust, walk. You're picking up the path with the heart. Otherwise, spirit would have blocked you,
Yes.
Wouldn't allow you to be here in Oslo, Norway. and I remember, like, being on a phone right after that. I mean, typically we had to do some contact with the main offices and the trains and, the numbers and the timing and etc. But since it was Sunday,
everything was closed.
Everything was closed, and it was a little bit hard to, to get the confirmation. And anyhow, we had like a piece of information that said they found a bag, but they couldn't identify that if it was my bag or not. And again, the heart was saying things will be all right. We will be okay. No options, since it was Sunday, it was getting late. It was almost like 11 p.m. at night. So I had to go to sleep. And I wouldn't lie to you, I took a shower. I still had the conversation with my heart. I had that heart-to-heart talk. And I said, the bag would be found. The bag would be found. We will have a nice, good sleep. And we'll get up in the morning. We'll have our own morning walk. We'll have our breakfast. We'll go for the workshop. We'll go for the podcast. Things will be okay. And the bag was found in the morning. The bag was found in the morning. So, long story short, yeah. Long story short.
With everything inside, your passport, so you're not free to leave. You're not going to be stuck in Norway.
I mean, that was a great option.
Yeah, you even thought about that option, and I love that. So, yeah.
And as I said again, I think I mean, obviously, my heart will find a way.
It will, because
I am guided. I am guided, and I trust that.
We're always
I think
guided.
everybody is, and I trust that everybody is guided.
Right. And because the cover, I mean, the title of your new book,
correct,
the name is Pick the Path with a Heart, and I really want to just read the first sentence in the book. It's like, from Nawres to all of you. For all the hearts that have missed their ways, this book is for you. And to my heart, thank you for being my greatest teacher and guide. And I really believe, like, it's such a beautiful intro, and it's so aligned with the dancing heart, because the heart always knows the way. And I know you have such an inspiring story. You are originally from Tunisia.
Correct.
And you now live in Abu Dhabi. And tell me, how did you decide to go all the way to Abu Dhabi to live? Let's start there, and let's go back into the book.
Okay, great. So I left home when I was 18, and I moved miles away to the United Arab of Emirates in 2018, back again. And for me to be able to do that, I had to drop out of college. And dropping out of college was such a shame, because me coming from a family that worships education, and my sister is a judge, my brother is a car engineer, so I was the only one that had a gaga word in her head, guided by a voice which again I couldn't touch. And here's the thing, because the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Like, you could really feel things inside you. You feel the nudges, the pulls, you know. Something inside me was guiding me towards something greater than myself. And allow me now to take you back, not to the phase where I had to drop out of college, because 4 years before that, that was the very first time when I had the voice that told me, you're meant for more. You're meant for something very, very, very special. Yeah, the reality around me was not that very encouraging. It told me, like, plainly and clearly that I would not make it in life, that I was a big failure, that I was a loser, that I was nobody. And yeah, I'm from Tunisia, as you mentioned. I actually have come from a very small village located in northeast. And being the youngest of three, I lived in a family with a very, 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 like, how do I say it? I lived in a very small house with a very small family, and I remember my father, that he had to work for so many years that he could, afford us the very basic necessities of life. And I wouldn't lie to you, that kept us financially challenged. And let me not forget about the generational tales and stories that were telling me, and shaping my early years, that we don't have enough, we're not lucky, we can do this, the resources are very limited, we can't really expand. And I remember that school was like 9.6 kilometers away, and since we did not have our own means of transport, I had to use public transport, for which I was often verbally abused. Because being a villager and using public transport did not allow me to have a lot of friends, and did not keep me in a very welcoming position. And I remember my mom being obliged to wear both coats, the male and female, to protect us. What other misfortune was happening on earth was the cage my family was trying to put me in. It was the cage of do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. it was too much, for a little visionary girl that had a lot of dreams and stuff to do in life, and that you could feel the energy within her, and there was something inside her. And yeah, and in the middle of that chaos, the nudge and the voice and the pull, they were all there. They were all there. They were whispering and telling me, we've got this. We've got this. We have a brighter future. And your reality of today does not define your reality of tomorrow. So you just have to trust me. You just have to trust me. And the reason why I wrote that line, I said, thank you, heart, for being my guide. Because this is something I've learned. When the heart talks, I have to be like, yes, sir, you're the master. You're the master. That's like I'm in the military. Because that's the thing. The heart knows the path. The heart knows the way. The question is, will we trust it? Will we trust it? Because I don't think that the problem is that we don't have the voice or that people can't listen to it. I think the problem is that we've stopped somewhere on the way, trusting it. Yeah. So yeah, when that voice again came and nudged me at the age of 14, I had to trust it. And it made me see predestined life scenarios as if I had a deja vu. And I don't know if I awakened like parts of my past life. And I could see myself, this bullet of energy, radiating different gifts to the world and being a star. Like, for some reason, I could see things. And I thought I was hallucinating. I remember like physically turning around, but nothing was there. I'm like, damn it. Did I watch a horror movie by any chance? What the hell was going on? And those questions never left my mind. Like, was I hallucinating again? Was I extra? Was I different? Was it the beginning of a traumatic trigger? Was I sponge sucking what I was seeing on social media? Those social media had very less of what we have these days. Talking to you like 14 years ago.
Exactly.
What was happening? But those questions never reached the depth of my heart. And at the same time, I remember having a conversation with somebody about aviation. And then I had an aha moment. I said, this could be probably the path where I could explore myself, see the world, express my potential. Since it was like a perfect match with those early spiritual downloads that said I was meant for something global. And, aviation means seeing the world and mingling with different people, different nationalities. And I took it so seriously,
Love it.
I took it very, very, very seriously and very close to my heart. And 4 years passed, and then I'm bringing you back to the age of 18, when that nudge got stronger, and the dream of flying got even bigger. And I had to drop out of college because every time I showed up for a class, something tugged at my heart, that said, we are not meant for this. We're not meant for any educational systems. And I didn't understand what was happening again at that time, because nothing was moving in the outside world, but things were moving very fast in the inside world.
Your internal.
And I did not understand then that it was the very creative voice that is now speaking or creating, that was trying to awaken and trying to express and do beautiful stuff. And since my family did not have enough money to teach me and get me an aviation academy course, so I had to teach myself. And that happened on top of a washing machine.
Okay.
I mean, look at your face. I was
Like on the top of the washing machine?
Okay.
Like,
I'll tell you why. Because that was the only place at home with a very good internet connection.
okay, I see. Now I understand.
I mean, I was putting the laptop on the top of the washing machine and drops and papers. And I remember my mom was cooking on the other side, and my family members were literally like, passing by or walking behind me. But I made it. Like, I made my mind. I said, that dream had to happen. That dream had to come to pass. I didn't care about the resources. I didn't care about the things that I didn't have. I said, I would find a way out and learn how to create myself from nothing. So on the top of washing machine, I taught myself aviation, theories, communication skills, how to sit, how to walk, grooming stuff. And the deeper I believed, like, the faster things begin to unfold. And when the day I got a job offer abroad, I felt the magic.
So you were starting to apply for jobs?
I didn't even apply.
It just came to you?
It just came to me. And then when I believed in the saying that when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Yeah.
That I literally was bridging and making things faster to close the gap between my current self then with my future self that already existed, because my future self was sending me the signals and pulls and those nudges, and I had literally to start walking on the path, and then the path started getting clearer and clearer over time.
It starts to appear.
And so yeah, I packed my bags and I put those drafts that I worked on, and I remember the day I had to share the news with my family. I felt like I was sitting in a courtroom surrounded by judges, and
Right.
they were like, "Are you nuts? You have no experience of the war. Like, no, this is not gonna happen." I said, locked in. Decision has been already made, and I have made it. Have made it. Have made it. I have made it due to my heart. And due to my heart. And yeah, that closed the very first chapter of my life.
So that's when you packed your bags and went to live in the Middle East in Abu Dhabi.
Correct, yeah. As a dropout.
As a dropout.
As a dropout, yeah.
And I think a lot can resonate with your story too, and including myself, because when you have these internal voices being so loud, you can't even explain it with your logical mind. You just have to, I don't know, it just pulls you energetically in a direction. And it takes a lot of courage to follow that. And there's not a lot that has the courage to do it. And I really applaud you for doing that and for being so courageous at such a young age too. And I know especially when, if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer, like you're a failure.
Yeah, outcasted, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like you're a big failure, correct. Titles.
Titles like bye-bye. Let me explore the path of your heart.
Correct.
And then since then, you have been living now 10 years in Abu Dhabi.
It's crazy.
And how did...
Decade.
Decade. Like, I mean, a decade of living the path from the path of your heart. And you published 3 books by that time. And did you ever consider becoming an author? Was that part of your vision back then?
Okay, so now I think I need to tell you more about the story.
Please.
Because it all started with the aviation dream, right? And when I first arrived, the aviation dream did not happen, straight away, because life had to get me through some challenges and setbacks. And it was actually spirit doing the job. Spirit prepared me for something bigger. So you will think that there was a limousine picking me up from, the airport, and I lived in a 5-star hotel, but it did not happen.
It's always like that.
The first shock was that all airlines rejected me because of my age. I mean, I was still young at the time, 18 to 19, and the regulation says in the Middle East that you have to be 21 minimum. The minimum age has to be 21. So I had to start looking for other jobs, because the job offer that I got did not go well. The payment did not go very well. And I remember sitting in a typing center, because I did not have my own laptop then. And the only way was to find, a typing center where you could log in and still do the search and look for jobs and stuff. And the stuff, I remember, they knew me by face.
Oh my God.
Because, I spent hours and hours and hours. Crazy.
Of course.
We pay per hour. And finally, I made it. I made it through 2 jobs, but they were not to my liking. Now I get it why they had to happen back again. And I had to also live in a room with 13 girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. I had challenging and traumatic days, and everything again around me was saying, we're still too far. It's not happening. It's not given. Forget about it. And the mind again was doing the job of, but if we will be back, we will be considered as failure. Oh, but we dropped out of college already. Oh, but the family trusted the things that you said that they will happen, but they did not happen. Look at you, and you're a failure. The job of the mind, again, the chit-chatty mind. But again, the heart was saying things will be all right. Things will be okay. Just keep going. Just do it. And long story short, within a year, I made it. I wore the uniforms, I've seen the word. And not because somebody paid me an aviation academy course, because I made it myself at the top of a washing machine. And it was like a moment of pride that money cannot buy. So I thought that was it. Yeah, and I felt that that was the Dolce Vita phase.
Yeah,
That
Dolce Vita.
yeah, like I got it. I got things figured out, and I got it all. Like I got it all figured out, and now I'm like I can do it all. But then guess what? That voice came again. And I was
Not
like,
give me not a break
and
there.
I was like, oh no, please. Oh no, please. Because I know when that voice speaks, again, I have to be a sorry. Even if I don't feel like waking up, even if I don't feel like doing the work, even if I feel like not still digging and getting into it. And so it was COVID-19. We were not flying. We were locked, we were in a lockdown, and flight was like, the flights were very, very, very limited. We were just, I think, operating repatriation flights. And then when I had again the chance to connect the dots of my life, guided by my heart, guided by my spirit, and I started understanding things. And then when I reconnected to my ever first love, which is writing, which is writing, which is writing, because if I'll go back again to the age of 14, I remember we had this big event called English Day. And my English teacher asked all the students to get our talents out. She said, if you have a talent, and I believe that you do, get it out. We want to see it on the stage.
I love it.
Yeah, and somewhere some like chose singing, guitar, piano, dancing, acting, and guess what I did? Guess what I chose? Writing. I said, I would really love to write something and then speak it out loud in front of the audience.
See? What did you write?
Yeah, so back then, Tunisia went through a very tough phase. We had a revolution, and I just decided to write down about it. I mean, like too young to understand politics, but whatever. The heart did the job again. I said, hey, you must see the confidence at that age, grabbing the mic and standing in front of the audience and, taking my time and get into that flow state. And I remember before that, locking myself in my room for hours as if I was about to give a world class performance. I said, I will give my best. I will definitely give my best to put that thing out there to the audience. And I remember also that my teacher liked my speaking skills since we had some rehearsals. And she said, you know what? You will be the host. And having come now from the Mind Valley, I could connect and I could reconnect, I would say, that because those past few days and this European tour looked very, very, very familiar. Like it's the same things that I was doing at the age of 14.
See?
And it's crazy.
It all makes sense when we
Yeah,
connect the dots backwards.
exactly. It will make sense if you use your heart, but if you use your logic,
Of
what
course.
a trivial topic to talk about. No. And here's the thing, we don't have dreams. Dreams have us. And so those dreams and those visions I had were guiding me to my gifts, were guiding me to my God-given gifts. So in COVID-19, I started writing and I wrote my first book.
What's the name of your first book?
Oh, Cabin Crew, The Luminaries.
And what was it about?
So it was about aviation. Because I simply did not want those who wanted to become a cabin crew, who wanted to get in aviation, to struggle just because they had a dream and not the enough support, enough financial support to take care of it. And I thought of making this budgeting guide that could, combine my years of sacrifice and and persistence and hard work, and I could just give the knowledge that I gathered from applying for different airlines. And I made it very, very special because having had worked in different workplaces, the one thing that I've been finding very common is that people lack passion. That people, the moment they get the title, they just lose that motivation and they just stop knowing what they want. So I made it very special by adding this part that, okay, I'll help you. I'll introduce you to the world of aviation. The second part was I'll help you getting through this world of aviation. I'll walk you through what does it take. And then the very last part was, okay, now I'll help you become a very great performer.
Oh,
Yeah.
this was I see it now, like it's a preparation phase for you because you were performing, like you were
Yes.
on stage every single day when you were working
Yeah.
as well, in a
Correct.
way,
Yeah.
with your how you were speaking and you were in front of people, you were already then like guiding them, but
Correct.
just in a different.
Different, exactly, yeah. Like in a different way with a different guide. And yeah, and then I added my backstory with my picture wearing a uniform I created myself.
You
Yeah,
created your own uniform as well?
yes, and with the UAE flag. And what luminaries mean. Luminaries are those leading stars that they get to shine wherever they go. So I want the people who want to join in aviation not only to shine as a candidate, but as an employee, and to keep shining and to keep looking for what makes them shine. Yeah, so that's much about
I
the
love
very
it.
first book. Yeah.
I love that. Oh my God, like such an interesting, like such a beautiful story too. Thank you so much for sharing all of that and for like seeing how when you like put your mind to rest and really tune into your heart, the doors will keep opening up for you.
Yeah, the same exact thing that I had to do last night.
Yep, right?
I was taking a shower and I was like, God will take care. I don't think that God would do me bad for crossing miles and doing beautiful things for people, and for spreading knowledge. So yeah,
And the signs were there. Like,
oh, big time.
tell me about the signs. Like, I mean, your name Nawres, what does it mean?
Seagull.
And then what happened last
I was
night?
seeing seagulls everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, forget about it because the hotel had to check me in without any verifications. That was another sign. And meeting you and you being like staying not very far from my hotel was another surprise because you're just 5 minutes away from my hotel. And then Christina, the girl that I had to meet, because it was meant for us to meet, was also doing what was needed.
Yeah.
What she was asked for by Spirit.
Yeah, we were meant to meet. We
Yeah.
never met before. Yesterday in your hotel room with your lost passport, we all met there for the first time.
And it was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious if we will think of it.
It was because now everything has worked out.
From the
So now we can look
state.
exactly, and I love it. And you came here now straight from Mind Valley, straight from MVU. From Tallinn. I was there 2 years ago, and it's such an expansive
and what a beautiful place to be.
It is.
Beautiful
And you
place.
already have introduced the world to your new book, Pick the Path with Your Heart. I know you had your workshop there, you were a host. You were picked to be the host there without even you knowing when you got there.
Correct, yeah, correct. See, that's the magic that again happens when you pick your path with the heart. When you trust your heart and you walk on the path, the right people will show up. And when you put your heart and soul into something, Spirit will make everything possible for you. Under one condition, which is letting go of your mind.
Right.
Because the mind again will tell you that, oh, we're not making it, oh, it's not happening, oh, maybe later, maybe the next year, or maybe something is missing, oh, we have to be perfect, oh, we have to figure things out, or maybe when we have more knowledge, or maybe when we finish the course, maybe when we have more money. But we are a state of being. We're not a state of thinking, getting, figuring things out, searching. And I still don't like the word I need to find. I've got to figure things out. We get to forget, and most of people get to forget this, that we are souls. We belong to Spirit. And there is always an inner guidance guiding us wherever that we go. And it speaks to us, and it speaks to us in different forms. And it doesn't shout or force. Never. It doesn't. And the problem is that we've trusted, the outside noise over that inner guidance. So we've been missing, the inner awakening moments that come from it. And that has the direction, that has a right direction. It has a right destination.
And like you said, when you trust that, the right people will come, the right doors will start opening up. And I'm just curious to know, like, how did you know that you were living the path of your heart, and what made you write this book and like really connecting all the dots on the way that you were living your life?
That's a very good question. So I'm known for being a possibilitarian mindset coach, and mindset is a different state. It's not a soul state. So
Right.
two are very two like they're two different things. And we as humans, we don't only have a physical body, we don't have a mental body only, or emotional body, or energetic body. We also have a spirit. And we are this, beautiful combination of a lot of bodies so that we can make sure that we complete the mission that we've come to accomplish in today's life while using all those bodies. Because, see, I'm not here to tell you that spirit is everything, but I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely the master, that everything has the source from spirit. Yet I won't be able today to use and to I would say to use the God-given gifts that I have or accomplish the mission that I've come here to accomplish without the usage of other bodies. So I've been given something to take care of it today on this earth, maybe on a different planet. I don't know. I believe in possibilities. And since we are in this physical world, we are souls having a human experience in a physical world, using a rental body, using the mind. So now I'll go back to your question when you said what brought you up, or how would you know that you are, walking the right path, and what got you like writing more about it. I am here today due to my heart, and I am here today as whatever title that I have as either a possibilitarian mindset coach, speaker, writer, author, whatever. I am here due to the ongoing connection with my spirit. So, spirit, what has been guiding me all the way to have what I have and to have those titles that I have or whatever. And I reached a point in my life where I'd be like, I think I think people, the ones, especially the ones who are looking for their passion or for their talents or for their potential, for their purpose, they need to stop figuring things out from the mind state. You can't, because before the strategy and the plan, there is something called purpose. There is something called calling. There is something called, hey, I'm a state of remembrance. And the great mystery says that before we were manifested into a physical body, we were souls, we were spirits. And that we were wholeheartedly guided to be here today, to live the life that we have today, and to have whatever that we have. So having said that, there was a pre-life agreement then. And when I say pre-life agreement or agreements, I mean the raw versions of the things that you did not choose. Like your parents, your energetic body, your mind, your personality, your early school days, your trauma, the traumas that you did not choose as a kid. And then how will you be able to use those pre-life agreements, and in what you would be able to turn them into? That's how you would be bridging the gap between your pre-life agreement and current life intention. That's how you would be able to go according to the sacred story you're meant to live. And I trust then, if we were souls apart from spirit before we were manifested into a physical body, then life becomes a journey of remembering it. And so I trust that we need to stop identifying things as looking for, searching. That's just so desperate giving. That's just so mind giving. We are in a state of being again, and all that we need is already within us. So why do we have to look for it outside of us? So the first question that I trust everyone should start asking themselves is, what is it that I need to remember? What is it that I need to remember? And that includes your passion, that includes your God-given gifts, that includes your purpose, that includes your potential. I mean, imagine if you could use those pre-life agreements that you entered life with, and you get to understand the ways to turn them into, and to make sure that you bridge the gap between them and between your current life intentions. Then you will be able also to understand what kind of gifts you've been given from God to use, because those are the capacities that will help you, that will help you live that story. You can't live that story without those things. There are certain capacities that have been given to you so that you could make the full expression of your sacred story, and
Mm.
including here let me not forget about the body and the personality, because also those things were not given to you just like randomly. There's no coincidence. Meeting you is not a coincidence. Me being an Oslo is not a coincidence. Me losing my bag yesterday was not a coincidence. And God was trying to teach me something yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was that?
There were two things. I can share one. I'll keep the other one private. To let go of the unknown, to surrender. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm still a human being at the end of the day,
Course.
and the chances of us as human beings to commit mistakes are always higher than any other creature on this earth. Due to this mind of us. And that's how we learn, by the way. That's how the soul gets upgraded.
Of course.
From one stage to another. Yeah, to let go of the unknown, because I always think of what will happen next. What will happen next? What will happen next?
We try to control.
But the heart again. Yeah, and controlling is not how spirit talks to us, by the way, because spirit has its own language. And it speaks to us through silence, solitude, stillness, nature, signs and omens. The same signs that I experienced yesterday and this morning. I mean, now me looking at your dress and it's purple, it's a sign. The book itself. And for the people who know me know that purple is my favorite color. For me, it means prosperity and spirituality. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And yeah.
It's such a beautiful story, Nawres, like how you have lived your life and how you have been guided on this path. And you were thinking, oh, your vision to be working in aviation, it was just a stepping stone into
Right.
the next one.
I had to go through that.
You had to.
I had to go through that. I had to go through it so that I'm here today, that I'm here connecting with different people, different nationalities, different religions, being in different countries, getting so comfortable, with flying and packing a bag and just being on the go, being on the run. I always say run it, being always on the run. So nothing is coincidental.
It's not. And you're going back to the internal voice that you had by 14 or 18. You had we have something greater for you. You are meant for the world.
Yeah.
Like you are meant to be like the star. You're meant to shine.
I felt it in my bones. And it's something that till this very day I cannot ignore. The reality says, we don't have it. No, it's not there. We cannot touch it. And that's the thing. We've been taught only to trust the things that we see. But we know we have feelings. Can we touch our feelings? We know that we are alive, but can we know how we are alive? It's the same thing, and I'll repeat it back again. And I love this for whoever is listening today. The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Me being today here, feeling a certain thing, I need to stop and question it. I should not dismiss it. I'm getting that feeling as a guidance towards something.
Yeah.
Then only I can be able to use my mind. So I can, again, bridge the gap between, bring it to the physical world.
Yeah. So for everyone, like for anyone who's reading your book, like what is your intention of, okay, if somebody's gonna read it, what is the feeling or experience that you want them to have after they read the book?
Oh, a very spiritual experience.
Is it?
Very, very, very spiritual. It will help them connect to the things again that they cannot prove in the tangible world, the physical world, yet they know deep down them. They know deep, 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 deep down them that they have this feeling that they're meant for more, that they have a lot to give, that they have a lot to create, that they have a lot to serve people with. And I trust that my subtitle has it all, that says, stir your spirituality, align with your gifts, and run a purposeful race.
Yeah.
So the first step is, I'll help you understand what spirituality means. And being spiritual is very simple. It's just, by the way, we don't learn how to become spiritual. We remember that we are spirits. So, and spirituality is not something that you can train, yet you can still learn how to train yourself. It's just that I will help you reconnect with it. I will help you go back to a state that you have forgotten about so far.
Yeah, it's like a
Again, it's that
remembrance.
state of that remembrance.
I love it.
Yeah. And I think if we're done with that part, I think the rest is just so easy, because if I get into that state of remembrance again, I can remember my God-given gifts. And I still emphasize on this because the gifts that we've been given by God are for a reason. And God has given us something to take care of, and not to dust, but to use. And I'm here today being responsible for something that God gave me. I remember asking this question to one of the audiences once, and I said, when someone someone gives you something very beautiful that you haven't asked for, what do you call it? And then they said, oh, a gift. I said, thank you very much. Then talent is your God-given gift.
Exactly. That's such a beautiful way to look at that.
Yeah, because there's been a debate for decades. Being a talent expert, I can tell you that there's been a debate for decades, and experts been trying, to find the right and, a final way to define it. But I think the longer the list gets, the more complicated it becomes. So I keep it very simple. I said, you know what, just talents and whatever that it is that we have within us is God-given gift. Yeah, gift or gifts. You can have one, or you can have two. You can have it all.
You can have it all.
You can have it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said like, so run a purposeful race.
Correct.
What does that mean?
So if I get to remember that I'm a state of being, and that everything that I need is already within me, then I will also be able to, as we said, remember the God-given gifts, the passion, the potential, whatever. And then if I get to use those capacities, then that will make me absolutely walk on the path that I'm meant to walk. And the path that I'm meant to walk today has a purpose. Because we are not today squeezing each other as 8 billion people for nothing. We're here for a reason. We're here absolutely for a reason, for a purpose. And purpose is a way too different from talent, potential, and passion as well, because purpose is your higher vision. And I call it your life philosophy. It's that higher goal. It's not a low-level goal, mid-level goal. It's a high-level goal. It's like the big picture, it's the North Star, the ultimate why. And purpose, people think that it's the end. I trust that it's the very start, because purpose is a verb. It's not a noun. You live your purpose, and purpose is being lived through everyday life, through everyday experience, through everyday way of serving, through everyday way of learning, falling, failing. It's an everyday tiny moment. So yeah, that's much about it, if I could put it in that way.
And I love it. And I also want you to, if it's okay, that I know that you dedicated this book also for a special person.
Yeah, correct.
For a special,
very special person.
For a very special person.
For a very special person, correct.
And it's dedicated to your dad.
Correct.
And like tell me the story of how you wrote this book and created it or dedicated it for your dad.
So it's a good question, because I also wanted to talk about something else. So the idea of writing this book started in 2021. And I put it there on the side because I was busy with my first book and my second book, and there's so much happening in my life. And I started officially writing it 2023. And then it went on a parking mode in 2024. In 2024, I lost my father, and allow me to take my word back, because I prefer not to use the word lost. I trust that he's in a better place, and I'm still connected with him heart to heart. Oh gosh, and it's been almost now 2 years. Yeah, August 10, he passed away. I mean, I couldn't think of a better person to dedicate the book to. And since it's about spirituality and spirit and what happens when we drop the rental body, and where do we go, and I was like, I'll dedicate it to my father, because I know that his soul is somewhere, and he comes to my dreams when I'm sad, when I'm happy, and I know that I'm also guided by the same thing that he was guided by, and I trust that he's still guided by it. Not in this world, not in this physical world, yet in a different world.
Yeah.
That we, because of this, we cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot prove it.
You
So
can
yeah,
feel it.
yeah.
So beautiful.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad. We know you're here.
Yeah.
He's sitting next to you right now. He's watching you.
He is.
So proud of you.
He is.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And if people want to buy the book, like where can they buy it? I will also put it in the store in the show notes, but
alrighty, so it's there on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amazon UAE, Amazon US, Amazon Germany, everywhere. Just
it's everywhere.
Just like one link away, you know.
Yeah, we'll put a link.
Can find me out. We're working really hard now on bringing it to stores because yeah, I still feel that grabbing the physical copy yourself from a store has a unique touch.
Yeah,
and I still see people here at the library.
Yeah, we are recording this from the library, so it's super aligned, and I know
Like
that when you see it, you just feel that you're being guided to this is the book that you need to read.
Correct. Oh, it has happened many times.
Yeah.
And again, now we can talk about signs and omens, and both are very very different things. And in the book, I get to explain the difference. So see signs. Say now we will be back to the same story of me losing my bag that had the passport and everything. Signs are very personal. They can, like, you know, those quiet nudges that tell you to guide you to be more present. And omens are more into forecasting the future. Yes.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. So let's suppose I have this feeling that something in me has to change. Then God will start sending me the signs that I need regarding that change, which can come in a form of advertisement, a book, person, a conversation, a word that I get to hear, a song. Was that like random? I don't think it was. Like, how many times have you been going through a rough patch, looking for an answer, you know, going through a very difficult time, and you're so desperate, and then why do you think then you get to see the number 1111, or, you know, repetitive numbers, or sometimes a call? Why did it happen the moment you really needed it? Most people don't stop to question. Nothing is coincidental. Nothing. We haven't been taught to read between the lines. And there are two types of people now, if you love to talk about them. We live in a world where so many people think that everything is just a matter of luck, chance, you know, a random event. And we have the other type of people who love to contemplate and question and read between the lines and connect the dots. Yeah, and those people are very much into their heart, not their logic alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And back to omens. Omens, here I would love to give the example of animals. Sometimes animals get to behave in a certain way. I don't know if you've ever seen a video of an animal, like, you know, rushing or start barking over, you know, just over a saddle, and then a car crash happens, or
I've seen those videos.
Those are omens. Yeah. Those are
Oh.
omens. And omens also have a big relationship to spirit. They're not random. They're not random.
So for you, it would be like the seagull?
Oh no, that was a sign.
That's a sign.
That's a sign.
Okay, so what will be like an omen for you? Like, is there anything that has happened to you?
So far, I haven't had any omen. I think omen or omens come for bigger changes. But the now that I walked you through my backstory, I could say that those were 6 types of intuition, because intuition doesn't only have one type. And in the book, I walk it through the same.
Okay.
Yeah, and so many people also think that spirituality means intuition only. How about synchronicities again? How about signs and omens? How about nature? How about solitude? How about silence? How about nature? How about so much? It has so many forms to talk to us.
It has. And everything is in your book.
And everything is in the book.
And I'm so excited to read it.
Yeah.
And
so typically the book has 8 big parts, and each part has different chapters, multiple chapters. And yeah, I'm so excited for this. I mean, I spent 3 years of my life
creating this,
writing, and Being a writer also, and I would say an author, more of, because authors get to finish the book, get to finish the work, you know, they get it published. It's a journey and it teaches you a lot. And you really dive into the spiritual dimension. Either you take it or even if you're someone who doesn't believe in spirituality and everything, you will still have that connection to your soul and spirit.
You always have it.
Yeah, big time.
I love it. So what is like now you have published 3 books, you have been on so many big stages, you've been a TEDx talker, I mean, you just came from Mind Valley, from one of the biggest stages that you can be on. Like,
oh no, you brought that thing up because I remember I was a student in 2023 online, and in 2024 I made it to super coach. And I remember I was sitting in one of the studios. You might know the studio, the Black Box.
yes, been there.
Which is the main one. I remember I was sitting in the audience, and again, the voice said, "One day you'll be on the stage."
And that day
on
was
the stage. That day happened.
last week.
Yeah, last week. Oh gosh,
it just happened.
It just happened.
Look at you.
And it happened. It happened on my birthday.
Of course, like you are Leo sun. And we just started the Leo season on the day 1 on your birthday, and happy belated birthday too.
Yeah, thanks.
What a beautiful gift.
It was. And I remember that I had tears in my eyes. I said, I saw that happening.
Wow.
I saw it happening.
And
as I saw so many other things that happened. And again, the book is not for practical people because anyhow, practicality doesn't get you, living your talents and helping you shine and spellbind the world. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we need practicality again because we can't only work with one dimension. We are different dimensions. We're different bodies. We need to have the full experience. Yet again, before practicality, that is something deeper and much, much more important.
yeah.
The master.
Exactly. Yeah. So going back to your heart, pick the path with the heart, and then you have, I mean, there has been so many milestones in your life over the past years. And I mean, what is kind of like, are you still like just moving forward? Like, what is your, how do you gonna, like, you just do the things that lights you up, or do you have like a bigger vision, or what is the next thing?
So that brings us to the very last sentence of the subtitle that says run a purposeful race. Everything that I do is according to my life philosophy, to my higher goal, to my purpose, and I go backward. People think that I'm just a go-getter and achiever, that I go, step by step. Yeah, we have to break the huge vision step by step and go through those steps slowly on ourselves. We need to take it a little bit slowly. And I love this from Gary Vee when he says, the bigger vision is just something you cannot achieve overnight. It is there, it will happen, it exists. And we need to take it slowly when it comes to it. But through our daily tasks, and yeah, we got to run. We got to do the work that it takes. So everything that I do is according to my higher vision. I know why I was born. Simple as that.
You have remembered it.
Yeah.
And it's always there.
It's always there. And I'm here to tell people that you are gifted, because I've been gifted all the way. And I trust, now you know that I did not have the privilege of somebody telling me, hey, you've got the talent of writing or speaking confidently in front of people. No, I did not have the support. And the only thing that you need is a decision to honor what speaks to you and run with it. That's the only privilege that every one of us has. So instead of us looking again, which I don't like the word looking because it's so desperate given, what we need to remember that everything that we need is already inside of us. So I will have to look for it outside of us. That we have also the will to choose.
Yeah, you have free will.
Yes, absolutely.
And I love what you said about giving yourself the permission slip to trust in your heart and just go for it. You don't need any external validation.
Forget about it. God is talking to you, not to them. God is
Yeah.
talking to you not to let them call you a gaga, let them do whatever. And then, you see, I've studied the lives of the great ones. All of them, they had that voice. All of them, they had it. All of them. And that's something common, by the way, among all these successful people and all the talented people and all. They've all had it.
Yeah.
They've all had it.
We all and we all have it inside of us.
Absolutely,
It's just
yes.
about you listening.
Absolutely. It's a matter of choice.
It's a matter of choice, like you said.
And why not, since now we're talking about choice, when I do run the workshops, and one of the workshops that I gave in Thailand, I got this question, and she said, if you say that the soul knows the path, and that everyone should be walking the right path that they are meant to walk, so why everybody's not walking that path? Why everybody's not picking the right path? And my answer was very simple. I said, because we are at the choice station.
Yeah.
We go back again to the pre-life agreements, right? We've come to this life with certain things, but how we will be able to use those things so that we will be able to live the sacred story, then that's a matter of choice.
It's a matter of choice. And I believe that the more people that is choosing the path with your heart, the path of your heart, the more people are going to wake up and see like, okay, there is another way of living life.
Of
and
course.
I think we are in the mid of this right now. Like we are leading the way for so many other souls and just bridging into this new paradigm that's been in the spotlight for some time.
Yeah. I see a world where, and my ethical ambition is to see a world where human gifts are, uplifted, seen, expressed, and every soul gets to run the path, and the race they're meant to run and walk. And every talent deserves to be celebrated, deserves to be used to reach the people that they're meant to serve.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about talents, that the purpose of talents never been comparison or staying hidden. No, expression. Yeah, talents are meant to reach those people who are meant to serve.
Exactly. And you also have you are serving the purpose of using your voice and using your wisdom and spreading that and bringing more light to the world and waking up more hearts. And everybody has that in its own way of doing that.
Yeah, it's something within everyone's reach.
Yeah.
So what happened? Something happened on the way, because no one is born believing that they're not good enough or they're not talented enough, or that something became an identity, and that the process of forgetting who you truly are at the core of your being started.
Yeah. And I loved this conversation so much, and I am so excited to read your book, Nawres. And I know that you are having your book tour. You've been doing so many beautiful things while
now
you've been
meet me
here
in the GCC countries and US.
Yes. How can people reach out to you, and what else? How are the ways that they can work with you? Because I also know that you're doing coaching.
Yeah. Okay. So I built a platform called Run It. Yeah, which is very much connected to the things we've talked about, because again, we're not here today by coincidence. Each and every one of us is here to run a certain and specific race, and at the heart of every race there is a gift.
Love it.
There is a talent, and I'm not here to tell you that talent is everything, but it could be definitely the start of everything. Yeah, I don't think that you were given that thing for no reason. There's something in it that can ultimately lead you to your purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, and talent, if identified and worked on properly, can become a source of income.
Yeah,
can definitely become a source of income. So Run It is dedicated especially for dreamers and creatives. Because in the book as well, I walk you through the 7 soul archetype. Like each one of us has specific soul archetype, and this can bring us to a question that has this confusion, that if 2 people have the same talent, 2 people have the same purpose, how do they then express it differently? Why someone coach, another lead, another create? Because we're meant to express it differently. Having them is something, but expressing them is a different thing. And then the soul has the way out for that.
Yeah.
So my soul archetype is creative. Yeah, creative archetype. And a creative archetype includes artists, writers, entrepreneurs, visionaries. So I get to connect more with creatives. So
Through your Run It.
for Run It, yeah.
Is that a program?
It's a platform that has multiple programs. Programs
Okay.
on creativity, programs on being a possibilitarian, and programs on passion, programs on purpose, programs on talent. Yes.
Cool.
That
And
also has speaking engagements and corporate engagements. Yeah.
cool. So also you do speaking engagement. I was
Correct.
just about to,
Correct.
So if you are someone listening to this and need someone like Nawres to be on stage and to
Yeah.
host and to speak
That
about,
would be definitely my pleasure.
yes.
To spread more awareness.
Okay, so I will drop your Instagram
Sure.
and website below as well. But if they want to connect with you, you can also say that.
Yeah, that you can find me out on Instagram, and you can just type runit it.ae.
Okay.
YouTube, LinkedIn, and all the
Everywhere.
social media, yeah.
Yes, and I will
Platforms.
put everything in the show notes too.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, is there anything that you want to end with, or I mean, like an advice or your favorite quote?
I like questions. I don't like advice.
Okay, cool.
I'd rather give you always a question that will
Yeah,
help you, you know.
like an open question, please.
Rethink. I don't know where you are in your life's process right now. Whoever is listening, you might be striving, you might be struggling, you might be thriving, you might be looking for an answer. What is it that you need to remember? What is it that you need to remember? And just put your hands on your heart, and take a deep breath and ask Spirit. Spirit is there. Spirit is there in every sense of the way. Just ask. It's not on a budget. Ask for help, and it will give you a sign. And by the way, the question is the answer.
The question is, I love
The question
it.
is the answer.
Wow.
The moment you start questioning yourself about something, the question is the answer. The question is the answer. You will get to see signs. Signs come very, very, very fast. And they don't make you wait for too long. They don't make you wait for too long.
Right.
Yeah. So what is it that you need to remember? And if your chit-chatty mind, starts with, oh, but I don't know how to access this, I don't know how to do this, oh, yeah, we're not safe, oh, but how? We don't see it, we cannot touch it, blah, 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 blah. I ask you to reply back to it with this question. Why my spirituality is so powerful? Why my spirituality is so powerful? It's pretty much.
Right.
Very much. What is it that you need to remember?
I love that. Thank you for those questions. So now write it down, take a deep breath, connect with your heart, and see what comes up for you.
Correct. There is another method that I love. It's called unfurling. It's by the neuroscientist Tara. And she says that whenever you're confused and you're looking for an answer, just try to answer that question logically first. Then try to answer it emotionally by keeping your hand on your heart, by taking also 5 deep breaths, and then move your hand to your belly, take another 5 deep breaths, and then answer it from your belly. You try to get your intuition into it, and then check if all the answers are aligned. If they're not aligned, then you're not on the right path, and it works. It works.
Such a great.
It works. Yeah.
That's a great way of checking in.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for this beautiful conversation.
Thanks, Trillian. Yeah. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Spirit, for organizing this.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
You're such a beautiful soul too.